Good morning, Hornets, and welcome to your daily dose of BGSN. I'm Miss Fegman.
And I'm Mrs. Taft. Today we are going to take a look at community service, National Guard, and as always, sports.
But first, here's Mr. Taft with our weekend weather forecast.
Good morning, Hornets. This weekend it's looking a little gloomy, but still nice tonight. For the game is looking pretty warm, but a little wet at the same time. Time with the high 83, the low is 64. Tomorrow is looking pretty gloomy with a high of 86 and a low of 68. We will finish the weekend with a high of 86 and a low of 67. And that's all for weather. Back to you ladies at the desk.
Today is the last day to purchase a yearbook at the very low price of $30. Come and take advantage of that at Mr. Taft's room here in the studio. After fall break, you can purchase your yearbook for just $35. The price will only continue to rise, so be sure to get them ASAP. I can tell you that having a yearbook every year that you are in high school is very important. Also, if you have any photos that you think should be included in this year's yearbook, go ahead and send them to hsyearbook@bgcs.k12.in.us anytime this year.
As we have said before, the new main gym is going to be named the Coach Matt English Gym. This is what the floor looks like now. They plan to have the floor done by Monday, October 22nd.
This year, some community service protocol has been changed. Let's see what Mr. Carr thinks of how it went this year.
Overall, I think it went great. My main objective for Community Day was to get as many kids in the placements that they wanted to be, and then as well to maintain student safety. As you know, with sending nearly 1,000 students out, that's something that plagued most administrators, and it kind of plagued me on Community Day, just making sure everybody got out safely, got back safely, that we were able to account for where everyone was going. And then based on the student survey that students did, one of the questions was overall, how happy were you with your placement? And right at 76% of the students who responded to the survey, which we were well over half of the students who responded to the survey, were happy with their placement, and they felt like they got a good placement, which is important. We've gotten some really great feedback, positive feedback from both staff and students, and as well some other feedback where we can make some small tweaks to how we run it in spring. So I'm looking forward to getting another opportunity for Spring Community Day and making some minor adjustments to really try to push to get 100% of the kids just happy with their experience.
Are you looking for something to do after high school? The National Guard might be for you. Here's Emily Johnson with more information.
I met with Jonathan Biggs to get the insight on how to join the National Guard.
I'm a recruiter full-time, so that's my job currently, to reach out to me, to set up an interview, to make sure that you're qualified to serve, and then we just kind of talk about your options. But being a part-time soldier, if you plan on going to college, we'll pay 100% tuition to any state-funded school. If you wanted to go to a private school, it's a little less, but there's still that option. We teach you a job skill, so if you're not 17 to 34, make sure you don't have any serious medical conditions, basically be able to pass a sports physical, and obviously passing the ASVAB, a minimum score of 31 or higher, and that will basically qualify you for military service. I pretty much can sit down with anybody that may be interested and go more in depth with the qualifications, but right now those are the basic qualifications.
Okay. I'm Emily Johnson for BGSN. Back to you guys.
The students here at BGSN have been working very hard to create a much better show for you every day. Here's Garrett with the behind-the-scenes look.
BGSN has been going live every day for the past few weeks now, and I've decided to show a little bit more behind the scenes and what we actually do during the show. For all the freshmen who weren't here last year, we did show behind the scenes. Really, we have a few main jobs. We have anchoring, we have weather anchor, we have content manager, director, and executive producer. And these jobs are very important, and I was able to interview Austin McGuire to see what content manager does during the show.
It's about graphics, packages, things of that sort. everything kind of runs into here, I guess, right? Audio comes into here, video, like from the cameras, comes into here, and then we have packages, graphics, stuff like that. And this is the job where you kind of send that out, where you start the live stream so that everybody can watch it, and you kind of have access to everything right here, and it's up to you to play things at the right time.
That is behind the scenes for BGSN. Thank you for watching. From the TV studio, I'm Garrett for BGSN.
Now let's toss it over to Mr. Benefiel for sports.
Good morning, Hornets, and welcome back to your daily dose of sports. Last night was senior night here at the High for the Lady Hornets. Volleyball seniors played their final game here at the high school, where they were honored and senior boards filled with memories. Tiana Baxter, Daisha Crouch, Bree Small, Emily Leak, and Kaylee Claps were the seniors. Congrats to all the girls on their high school careers. Sectionals will begin over break next Thursday at Tri-West. Good luck to the girls. Today is Friday, which means we are approaching Friday Night Lights. The Hornets will travel to Triton for this in-conference matchup. It should be a close-fought game, considering their only loss is to Cecina, which is Beech Grove's only loss as well. Sergio Holst is still on his hot streak, scoring 9 touchdowns in 3 games, and looks to increase his stats tonight. The O-line has had superb blocking recently, and hopefully this continues. Jordan Reel, Kion Tyler, and Terrace Pope also look to carry their team to a victory. The game will begin at 7 o'clock. Good luck to the boys. Last night was the final game of the girls' soccer team season. They traveled to Rushville to compete with the defending champs of New Palestine. The girls sadly lost 9-2, concluding the 2018 season. The girls got down 4-0 early, but fought back by goals from Jillian Wiedner and Maya McKee. Taylor Harmon had an assist, but that ended the scoring in the game, where the Hornets went scoreless in the second half. Still a good job to the ladies. Last night, the Indianapolis Colts traveled to New England to play the Patriots in a lost rivalry game. The Colts started out well, almost controlling the game, however had trouble in the red zone and putting up points. New England scored first, taking the 7-0 lead. Kicker Adam Vinatieri missed a 30-yard field goal following that, and the Colts missed a chance in the red zone soon after. The Patriots looked to pull away with the game after going up by 2 touchdowns, but Andrew Luck fired back after 2 back-to-back interceptions. Unfortunately, the Colts defense was unable to stop Brady and the offense on most of their possessions, including a 52-yard touchdown pass to Josh Gordon. This was Tom Brady's 71st touchdown pass to different receivers, leading the NFL all time. Indy lost 38-24 and is now 1-4 on the season. Luck played very well yet again, despite a bad protection performance done by the O-line. Injury was a concern, though, and that could have been a problem. Tight end Eric Ebron had 2 TDs, and Eric Swoop had 1. The Colts' next game will be 2 weeks from now in New York versus the Jets. As we mentioned earlier, the girls' volleyball team had senior night last night. John Dance talked to senior Tiana Baxter about it.
Last night was senior night for girls varsity volleyball. They hosted the Speedway Spark Plugs and battled hard, but they would unfortunately lose 3-0. Even though they lost, the seniors showed off their skills well. I asked senior Tiana Baxter about how it felt to be playing in her last game here at Beech Grove High School.
It kind of felt bittersweet, and I really appreciated all the underclassmen and the gifts they gave all the seniors, but I am ready to move on and continue my volleyball career in college.
I then asked Tiana if she had any advice for the underclassmen that are still playing volleyball.
My best advice would be try hard in practice, because the coaches are always watching. Bust your butt on the court and just have fun.
Here at BGSN Sports, we wish all of the volleyball seniors good luck in their future endeavors. From Beech Grove High School, I'm Jonathan Dance.
That's it for sports.
That's all for your daily dose of BGSN. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified when we go live.
Also, don't forget to check out yesterday's special episode of BGSN.
Follow us on social media at BG Student News. I'm Ms. Fengman.
And I'm Mrs. Taft. Have an amazing day, Hornets, and a wonderful weekend. And look forward to another teacher episode before winter break.
Cheers.